What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I wanted to break down what's happening with SPY, Tsla, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. And talk about some very important levels to watch for as the market is developing. Why we're going to likely see a small pullback just to start things off. And then we'll watch and see if we get some kind of bounce after that or not. So I'll be talking about some key levels. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. Deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15, and the offer ends very soon in just 8 days. Anyways, as far as the market is going, just know that right now the market's holding up very, very well. But I do anticipate there might be a small pullback just to start things off, and we'll have to see what the reaction is after that. As far as the news is going, just know that there's been a lot of talk about a potential Santa rally for the end of the year. Those are not always guaranteed, and I do hope we do see it this year. But just know that the New York Stock Exchange is going to close at 1 p.m. on Tuesday. We have an early close for Christmas Eve, and then we're also going to see the market shut down on Wednesday, which is Christmas Day. So we have a very short week, right? We have a full day today, we have half a day tomorrow, no trading on Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday the market opens again. So will the market rally or not? We'll see about that. Um, when it comes to other pieces of news, there's been some talks about how Nissan and Honda could be entering merge talks on Monday as the industry is dealing with fierce competition when it comes to EVs. There was some news about the government shutdown being avoided, as well as Congress has passed a bill to continue to fund the government up until mid-March. So that's a good piece of news that could help the markets to some extent. And besides that, I'm not really seeing anything else that's too crazy, at least thus far. Just know the market tried to rebound on Friday, so we'll have to see if we could get a continuation or not. I think the market will start off a little red, and then we'll have to see if we get some kind of bounce. Then today is Monday. Just know at 10 o'clock a.m., okay, we have very important data. We have the 3 and 6 month bill auctions, also consumer confidence, and we'll have to see if that causes any volatility. For now, this is what I'm seeing on the charts. So SPY is barely at 590. If we don't hold that, we could get closer to like 588 before it tries to rebound. But to turn back up, you first want to break 594 and then 598. I would say specifically like 595 is more important. It's like the high from Friday. If we break, then we will turn a lot more bullish. So I do anticipate a small dip here. We could be dipping close to 590, if not 588. I would like to see that 588 to 585 area act as a base. So there could be a small dip, and then off our points, 382 fib level, we should be looking for a rebound after that. If we break 595 afterwards, I will turn a lot more bullish, and that's when this can start running. But for the time being, look for a small dip to 590, if not a little bit below that, down to like 588, and we'll see if we bounce off that or not. Okay, so I do think that there will be buyers trying to defend, but just know that there's going to be less volume, at least coming in. Might be a small dip, and we'll see if we get some kind of rebound off of that. ES has the same setup. We're looking for 59.80 as our main support. If that fails us, we're looking for a dip closer to about 59.60. So that range could be tested. We'll have to see if we rebound, if we break past 6,000 or not. If we do, we're looking for essentially 6,050. So look for a dip right here towards like 59.80 or below, and then we'll see if we rebound and then give this the time it needs. For other factors out there, we have Nvda. Nvda could be dipping closer to about 135 and then 133. We'll have to see if we balance off those levels or not. So it's looking like it's showing some life, but it is dipping a little bit just to start things off. Let's look for a test of 135, if not 133. Somewhere in this range might be might be testing this again. And then as long as we don't lose 133, this could still like dip a bit and try to rebound. So just keep that in mind. That's how I'm kind of seeing this just to start things off. For Bitcoin, this could dip as well, a little bit closer to about the 94,000 area. We'll see what kind of reaction we get off of that. Tesla has this gap to fill, so I do anticipate a little bit of downside on Tesla. It might come down close to about, the mid 420s before it tries to bounce. But here's the range on Tesla. We have 436 as resistance and 420 as support. If we break 436, I'm looking for a test of essentially 440. Then eventually we will get very close to 448, 450, all the way back up there. So there might be a small dip on Tesla before it tries to bounce. If we break 436, we will turn back to bullish. If we lose 420, we turn bearish, but I do anticipate at the very least a small dip, and we'll see if we bounce off 420 to 425. So look for a dip and a bounce. NQ, same setup, might be testing 21,500 flat. We'll have to see if we bounce off that or not. We could dip a little bit more before it attempts to rebound, so just keep that in mind. The QQQ could also be dipping a little bit lower. We're looking at 518 as our main support, if not 515. And then we should bounce off one of those levels to get back up to 523. So watch those supports very closely and see how we end up rebounding. For Apple, we have 254 as our main support. We also have previous resistance becoming support right over there at 253.8 to 254. Could retest 254 before it tries to rebound, but if we break the high from Friday, we're looking for an attempt to get up to new highs at 257. So like I said before, there could be a small dip coming before it attempts to rebound. That's always going to be on the cards, always a possibility. Palantir is looking decent, getting a small pullbacks about 80. If that does not hold, there's an imbalance down here around 78. So I do believe it's going to base, and it still has a lot of upside potential. But look for a small dip. This could be from like a giant cup and then handle. So it might be dipping closer to 80 to 78 before it attempts to rebound. For the Russell, we're looking for a test of 220. We'll see if we bounce off that to go up to 225. There might be a small dip right over here with the left shoulder ahead and then a right shoulder. So it could be dipping to 220 before it attempts to rebound, so give it the time it needs. For Coinbase, same thing. We have like an inverse head and shoulders like structure, but we need to hold 273. I want to see it hold that. If we can't hold that by close, then this is going to be a little bit risky, more downside. If we hold 273, we could rebound for 287, so give it some time. Amazon is going to be retesting 224. It could hit this and try to rebound for like 228. So please keep that in mind. For Meta, we're barely holding 586. If we hold this, we could attempt to rebound for 595. If 586 fails, though, this could be dipping, but we'll see if we dip and then bounce. So watch that support very closely. Microsoft is range bound between 431 and 441. Could be dipping closer to the support right here at 435. If that fails, we will be dipping a little bit more before it tries to rebound. I see a little bit of weakness here, so look for a small dip for the mid 430s, and we'll see what happens. Google might be retesting 192. If that fails us, I think we dip closer to 190. But off that range, we should see some buyers defend it. So we'll see, as long as you don't lose the low right over here from Friday at 186. As long as it doesn't fail us, we're fine. It might be a small dip close to 190 before it attempts to rebound. So what's my view of the markets? I see a bit of a pullback that could be coming, a small one, a teeny little dip, and we'll see if support is held, and then we could bounce afterwards as long as we try to break out. If we break resistance like 595 on SPY and 523 on the QQQ, then we could start breaking out higher, but look for a small dip to start things off, and we'll see if we get a bounce from there. With that being said, guys, I want to make this video very short and simple. Just know that, like I said before, it's going to be a very short trading week. This is going to be one of the only like full days. We just have Monday, Thursday, and Friday as full days. And then tomorrow is going to be half a day. And then obviously Wednesday, the market's going to be closed. So there's not really a whole lot that's going on. So until I see you guys again in just a couple of hours, make sure you watch your levels very carefully. I anticipate there might be a little pullback to start things off, but then watch and see where buyers defend to start pushing us right back up. If we break resistance, we'll be looking for a breakout. So we'll see how it goes, guys. Thank you for listening, and peace out.